went out and stopped shining. What would happen after an hour later? A month, or maybe a few months later? A whole year? What would happen to humanity? Stay comfortable because you are about to find out. Today we will find out what would happen if the sun suddenly disappeared. The last particles of light that left the surface of our star have begun their final flight towards the Earth. No one yet suspects that the heart of our solar system has stopped working. 8-9 minutes later, suddenly the sky turns black. Darkness descends over all the land. It doesn't matter if at the moment it is the deep midnight or a bright 12 o'clock in your area. You can clearly see the difference. The stars are all clearly visible against the pure black background of the sky. The moon is not visible since there is no more sunlight to reflect. A moment before the arrival of total darkness, Aurora Borealis could appear due to changes in the magnetic field around the Earth and disturbances in the ionosphere. Once darkness arrives, the most terrible consequence of all would be complete and total cessation of the photosynthesis process, with consequences that cyanobacterial plants no longer produce oxygen. This will soon lead to difficulties for every living being. After an hour, panic reigns on the Earth. Power and communications blackouts spread across the entire planet. The temperatures everywhere decrease by several degrees and the Earth's surface start freezing rapidly. 24 hours later, dawn has not yet arrived and will not arrive. Panic and chaos overturn the entire world. State authorities have almost zero control over the situation. Humanity is trying to figure out what the hell happened while dealing with massive power and water disruptions. The temperature on the surface drops to 7 degrees centigrade and some species of plants and microorganisms start dying. While the inhabitants of the ocean feel almost no change for the moment. After 7 days it is still dark. The average temperature on land is now minus 17 degrees centigrade. In the areas where there are tectonic faults, it is still warm thanks to the geothermal energy which does not freeze the surface. Most of the plants have already died due to the cold, lack of light, and herbivorous and heat-loving animals are starting to give way. The inhabitants of the water's shallow waters suffer tremendously from the cold and the surface of the ocean is starting to turn to ice. Now scientists and other people have understood what happened around and hastened to organize and equip shelters under the surface of the planet. A month later and the Earth continues to cool. The average surface temperature is now around minus 30 degrees Celsius and almost the entire planet is covered in ice. Practically all the plants are dead except for some species of trees such as conifers which are still alive, but with the lack of sunlight they are no longer producing oxygen. Only some bacteria continue their normal vital activity. Most of the remaining life on Earth is found near geothermal springs and under